everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, my name is Ade. I film about faith, motherhood and lifestyle, and if you're an existing subscriber, thank you for always coming back to watch all of my content. Honestly, it means a whole lot to me. Okay, so in today's video we are going to be discussing something very sensitive. Okay, we are going to be discussing some things that the African parents do, and honestly they need to sit down and rethink, honestly. Yeah, if this is something you're interested in, please definitely keep on watching. Some days back I saw a video of this young guy doing some things. He was breaking stuffs in his home. He was destroying his mom's kitchen, breaking the mirror, pouring a lot of things down, destroying things, destroying hair dryers and all of that. And trust me, people had a whole lot of things to say in the comment section of that video. So that video has gone viral. I'm not going to put it on the screen or anything because because of some personal reasons, and I'm sure that a whole lot of people must have seen that video by now. Okay, so this young man, I think the mom was so she stood back and she was talking, and she called in two people, a woman and a man, and the man was trying to calm him down and he wasn't really having it. So okay, so he was breaking things in the house, he was destroying things. The man was trying to tell him, oh, his name is Chidera, and he was telling the boy, Chidera, stop it, you can talk to me. And the boy was like, no, the next thing I'm breaking is the TV, and things like that. Okay, so few days after, this boy released he wrote some things on his social media handle. I actually saw this video initially on Instagram, like I said, but I saw the first video and the boy's response on Obodo Ibo TV. So this lady, her name is Bridget. So she made a video of the first video that came out where the boy was destroying things, and another video of where the boy actually explained what he has been going through over the years. So if you want to see that video, everything, you can go over to Obodo Ibo TV. I'm going to put it on the screen so that you can check her out, check out our YouTube channel. Okay, so the boy Chidera, he responded and said his mom, over the years, that his mom has been abusive, she has been aggressive, and she has been violent. And he said that he's not exaggerating any of these things, because his mom has been abusing him ever since he was young. He's had occasions where his mom would throw knives at him, throw plates at him. He's had occasions where his mom would pour pepper on his face. He even said there was a time that he was afraid to sleep, that he would put his mattress against the door and sleep just because of the fear of his mom coming to him in the night to maybe beat him up or do things like that to him. And he also mentioned in the statement he put on his social media handle that his mom would not give him food. And even there was a time that I think initially when he had a quarrel with his mom, I think he said his younger brother called the I think the police. I don't know, he called them a particular name, I can't remember right now. So he said the boy called his younger brother called the police. They came over with the social worker, and he said he had not eaten or something like that, and he was trying to prepare food for himself. And when they went, the mom started abusing him again. She turned off the cooker. The boy could not eat, and then he had to end up eating cold food from the fridge. And that was where he said his mom also poured pepper on his face, and he said he's just done with the family, that he just wants to be on his own. I think what actually led to the fight was that he was asking for his passport from his mom. He said he wanted to use it to fill his college application or something like that, and his mom would not give to him. No one was there. I wasn't there, you weren't there. Only God in heaven knows what has happened. But I'm just going to say some things about what the boy actually said. He mentioned that his mom was abusive, violent, and aggressive. See, Honestly, over the years, I think some African parents are actually like this, okay? I don't think, and I don't think a parent, Africa or not Africa, should beat a child that is over 16, 17, 18 years. The time you're supposed to beat that child or spank that child has passed, okay? That time has passed. Sometimes this beating it does more harm than good, in my own opinion. I'm not against spanking, okay? I am not against spanking. If I feel like if a child does something wrong, you spank them, and you also make them understand why you are spanking them, okay? Let them know it is because you've done this, or you've done that, or because you've broken this, or you've taken what is not yours, or maybe because you've lied, or you've done something wrong. That is why I'm spanking you. Let them know the reason why. But I don't think you should, you should actually beat a grown up. I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. A lot of people had so much to say, saying, oh, if they should bring that child to Nigeria, they should put him in military school. You don't know what this boy, see, it is not possible for a grown-up boy to start destroying things, to start scattering things. It he can't just wake up, he can't just suddenly develop that habit. Something must have gone wrong somewhere. Now, he mentioned that his mom has been abusive over the years since he was 3, and his mom had done this and this and this and this. See, I feel like a lot of African parents, most especially, they don't prepare themselves to be parents. Yes, I'm just going to say it as it is. They don't, they just feel like, okay, we get married, you're my husband, I'm your wife, okay, we want children, let's have some children, let's have some more. I believe that parents need to read about parenting, okay? They need to enlighten themselves about parenting, and most importantly, you need to involve God in when it comes to parenting. Allow the Holy Spirit to lead you when it comes to parenting. See, parenting is a very, very important, is very, very important, and is very, very delicate at the same time, okay? So it is very, very important to involve. See, honestly, prayer cannot be overemphasized. I cannot say this enough, okay? I cannot mention this enough. It might sound like a cliche, like, oh, okay, yeah, pray, but then trust me, prayer and not sparing the rod when they are much younger, okay? Not sparing the rod, teaching your child or teaching your children God's way, even living a life that is worth emulating, are the things that shape your children, are the things that help your children to become good people when they grow up. See, I know people that have grown up in this country, people that were brought from Nigeria to England when they were so young, when they knew barely nothing, and they grew up just fine, okay? They grew up just fine. They are respectful. They are, they live well. They serve God. They love God. Point in time, I think African parents living in diaspora, they believe that, oh, when after their children finish their primary school education, they need to go to Nigeria to do their high school, to learn the culture, to learn the values. Yeah. That is good. At the same time, is that really the solution to the problem? Is that, do you actually think that's the solution to the problem? Yeah, I feel like it's got its good side, it's got its bad side. African parents, don't lie to your children, okay? Don't lie to them. Our children watch us. They do what we do. See, recently, my little boy, my toddler, so there was a time I was in the kitchen, and then he came to the kitchen and he took the sweeper and he was trying to sweep the floor, and it just occurred to me that this boy has been watching me. This boy has been, he's trying to emulate, he's trying to do what I'm doing. So our children watch us a lot. They read, we are the book that our children are reading, okay? I feel like the new generation African parents, the new, the 21st century African parents, we should do better. Let us not make the mistakes that our parents made. I remember also this woman, Obodo Ibo TV, her name is Bridget, like I said. She also mentioned that when she was growing up, she remembered one time she was sleeping and her mom came and used broom to beat her from head to her toe, and by the time she woke up the next morning, she had marks all over her body. I don't know what happened, but she said, oh yeah, she understands why sometimes African mothers do that, because they have girl children, and they are just scared of them getting pregnant, or or not making the right choices and doing and things like that. But I feel like there are better ways to talk to your girl child. There are better ways to train up your girl child. I am a girl child, thank God, thank goodness. I'm not trying to brag or anything. Thank God for how I turned out, okay? But you don't have to make your children go through all of these things just to instill good values in them. Honestly, you don't have to, they don't have to go through corporal punishments for you to instill good values in them. I will say again, prayers is very, very important, okay? Prayer is very, very important when you are parenting, no matter how young or small your children, pray for them. Pray for them that they'll be children that will have good values, okay? They'll be children that other people will look at them and say, wow, this is a great child, this is a good child, okay? So prayer is very, very important. Again, I'm going to say that most African parents what comes out of our mouths when our children do things, I've said this thing over and over and over and over and over again. Sometimes what they say, what comes out of their mouth is quite unfortunate. You can imagine someone calling their child, oh, this child is mad, oh, are you mad, are you crazy, are you stupid, things like that. They are uncalled for. Okay, let me take for example, you see that the video of that boy breaking things. The first thing that came to my head was like, oh, maybe this child has mental illness, or maybe he's on drugs or something like that. I'm sure a lot of people would say, oh, this child he has conscoin, okay? He has something, up there. You don't know what the mom has said. You don't know what they've pronounced into his life. That is why the words of our mouth are powerful. They are like two-edged sword. So we need to be very, very careful what we say to the life of our children. We need to be very, very careful what we call our children. Stop calling your child crazy. Stop calling them stupid. Stop calling them mad. When they start acting mad, I don't know, honestly. Please refrain from calling your children names. Don't lie to your children. I remember growing up, as children, your mom or your dad will want to go out, and you say, oh, mommy, I want to follow you, I want to go out, and you tell the child, okay, go and put on your slippers or go and put on your sandal and come and meet me. And before the child comes, the father or the mother is gone. If you are in these shoes, if your parents have ever done this to you, let me know in the comment section, okay? See, that's as simple as it is a lie. You've told that child a lie. How do you think that child will be able to trust you next time he says, oh, mommy, I want to go out with you? If you tell the child, that same child, if that child is smart enough, of which I know children are very, very smart, if you tell that child, okay, go and put on your sandal, the child will say, no, let's go together, let us go and put on my sandal together. So don't lie to your children, okay? This will just make them not to trust you. Before children would open up, before young adults will open up to you, you have to be almost like someone that they can trust, okay? Be the friend of your child. Be your child's best friend. Be their best friend. Be their pal. Be their body, okay? Be their body. Honestly, it helps. It helps children to even be able to open up to you as a mom or as a dad, okay? I pray for this family, Chidera and his mom, his siblings, himself as a person. I pray that God will heal you. Honestly, if you are watching this video, if you ever come across this video, I pray that God will heal you. I pray that God will heal you. That is all I can say, honestly. Instead of condemning the mom, okay? Instead of condemning the mom, or instead of even condemning that boy, pray for them, okay? Put them in your prayer. Pray that God will heal them. Pray that God will heal that family. Whatever is wrong, whatever, anything that has gone wrong anywhere, let's pray. Okay, pray for them that God will heal them. Okay, that's the only thing that you can, that's the best thing that you can do right now. I'm telling you, on the new generation African parents, we need to do better. Please do not make the same mistakes that your parents, your grandparents, have made. Okay, read about parenting. Pray that God help me to be a good parent, okay? Help me to live a life that is worth emulating, that my child will see me and say, yes, I want to be like my mom. I want to even be greater than my mom, okay? So please read about parenting. Don't just, don't just have children. It's wanting to have children, is wanting to bring up good and godly children, okay? Pray that God help me to bring up good and godly children. I pray that God helps every parent out there. I pray that our children will not embarrass us. I pray that our children will not disgrace us. Honestly, see, if you know me very well, I'm passionate about children, and that is why I'm even talking about this topic, okay? That's why I'm speaking about this topic. So I pray that God will help us to bring up good children, and our children will not put us in trouble, by the grace of God, in Jesus' name. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. I will see you in my next one. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.